Grade 10s, I would like to take you through the very basic floor plan, probably your first floor plan that you are going to draw. So we're starting out with a little bit of a scenario, a bit of context in terms of how we draw floor plans. You are going to become the architect or the draftsperson in this particular instance, and I'm going to be the client, and I am presenting some information to you. But I want to show you exactly what procedure you need to follow in terms of solving this civil drawing complex problem. And there's a certain order that you have to exercise. I want to zoom in and read what the instructions are requesting of us, and then follow through point by point as to what we are going to do. So the community of KWA Hopeland observed an alarming percentage of the youth being arrested for petty offences as they claim that they are bored. Now this probably would happen during school holidays when the schools are not creating the activities and occupying learners. And during that time, these petty crime occurrences happen. They then decided to build a youth center in this very small town of Hopeland, with the efforts of getting the youngsters, the youth off the street, and hoping to get them occupied. Within the center, they will be able to probably play some table tennis, or be occupied in sports, like playing table tennis, playing indoor soccer, probably having some game time, active and non-active time, PlayStations on projectors, etc. So all sort of activities will be happening in this particular center, which will be a very positive contribution to the community of Hopeland. So you are the architect that will be assisting in completing the floor plan for this particular project, which will be submitted later to the local municipality. So what is given to you is the outer perimeter at the bottom, which we will look at, of the center, with the position of the walls, with the position of the windows and the doors included, shown in a single line diagram. So keep in mind, it's a single line diagram, but the position of all the walls and doors are given. You are then given the instruction in 4.1 to use a scale of 1:50, which is a general scale that we normally use from grade 10 to grade 12 in all our civil drawings, and to have the assistance of instruments to draw a floor plan of the center in accordance with the SANS 0143. That's the standard of drawings that we need to comply with. 4.2, after that you will have to calculate the total floor area excluding the porch. And we are going to look at our line diagram in a moment. You need to calculate the perimeter excluding the porch. So if you look at your diagram here, you will find that it has this shape here. The windows are indicated, and the door, and two more windows at the back. There's a sliding door that we see here. This is the porch. That is a raised area like a stoop, and it has a pillar on the bottom left-hand corner. And the column or the pillar is 400 millimeters in diameter. All these dimensions that you will see here are the true dimensions of the center. What needs to happen is that we need to scale these dimensions down to start our activity. All walls which are 220 millimeters thick, which must be divided by 50 to scale it down. All hatching details, which I will indicate later. All the windows and doors to the correct conventions. And you need to print the following subtitles below, which should be floor plan and the scale of 1:50. You are also given a starting point P, which links up with this starting point that you will see here. So everything will originate or derive from this particular point. So the first task that we have, before we even going to start on this floor plan, is to take the scale into consideration. And what should happen before you start is that all these real dimensions here must be scaled down to a scale of 1:50, and that means literally taking your calculator and punching in each of these dimensions and dividing it by 50, and that will give you a drawing dimension scaled down onto this page. So I'm going to take the liberty of doing that myself. I'm going to rule a line through each one of these and then just write in close proximity what the drawing dimension would be.